let me just say it. I want to say this out loud. Day number 3, back on the vegan track, back on the plant-based only, not eating meat, eggs, dairy, just eating beans, grains, nuts, seeds, vegetables, fruit. Day number 3, I feel great. Now remember, this is not the first time I've lived this way. In fact, most of the videos that I've created on this channel, well over 3,000 videos, most of those videos you saw me, I was a vegan while doing those videos. It's only the last year and a half that I was not plant-based. And now I'm back on it. And I can feel it. I feel great. I have said in other videos, I prefer to be vegan. I prefer the food. I prefer ultimately the routine of it. For me, actually the convenience of it. I actually prefer it. It makes more sense for me as part of my identity to have a plant-based diet. But specifically, the way I physically feel, and I'd say equally how I mentally feel, psychologically how I feel, is definitely superior this way. But here's the thing. Most people never experience this high. It's like if you run, there's runner's high that you get, and I'm running 2 miles every day. I've been running since I was a teenager. There's the runner high that after for me, it's like about a half a mile into it, then I don't think, I don't feel like running. Like, you feel good. There's vegan high that you get, and I'm in it. Like, it's officially on. Like, I guess the eggs and the meat in there that was in my body is now mostly processed out, and boy, do I feel great. I feel such clarity. But the thing is, most people will never know this because most people will not ever commit to being 100% plant-based. Most people won't know. Granted, somewhere around 6% of the population in the United States identify as vegan or plant-based. It's still quite the minority of people, even in the United States, that live that and know that. Most people, and again, I always talk about it because it's relevant, tribalism. It's easier to think, vegan, plant-based, where are you going to get your protein? Your hair's going to fall out. Your teeth are going to fall out. You're going to be so weak you fall over. You won't be able to do anything physical at all. And it goes back to when you were a kid and your parents say, hey, you need to eat those peas on your plate. You need to eat those carrots. I don't like them. Well, have you tried them? No, but I don't like them. And it's one of those things. People do that with the concept of plant-based diet. They say, I don't want to, it's bad for you, you shouldn't do it, yet they've never done it. Now granted, it's not my place to tell you what to do, and I don't care what you do. I don't care at all what you eat. It means nothing to me what you eat, because my choice to be plant-based as I'm weight training has everything to do with me reaching my goals. So what you eat is no concern whatsoever to me. I'm not wanting to influence you whatsoever. If you decided to start being plant-based, I would not like you any more or less than I already think of you. And that's, wait, do I think of you? Who are you? It means nothing what you eat. This is a video about me feeling great, physically and psychologically, and pointing out something that most people will never experience this, because it's easier to judge a whole crowd and say, vegan, no thank you. I don't want to be like them. And then they'll have this whole list of all of these perceived bad things that will happen if you become a vegan, even though they've never done it, whereas I have. But then we could say another version of that is true too. Someone becomes a vegan and then they harshly judge anyone who's not a vegan or plant-based. I'm one of the few human beings in America that can go either way based on what's going to be best for me personally and my body, and not broadcast that to other people. I can say, hey everybody, here's what I'm doing. Check out this human experiment. But as far as what you do, that's not what we're talking about here. Do whatever you need to do for your own health. I'm doing what I feel is best for my health. But it is undeniable. It's a secret feeling, physically, psychologically, that you get when you cross over to the plant-based side. But most people are not willing to experiment with that, to check that out. But I am back in it. And again, I'm doing this to cut fat while I'm weight training. And my plan is about a year from now to switch back to eating meat for a month or two so that I can trick my body back into thinking that, oh, okay, you've got protein now you don't have to store any more fat. Because after about a year or so of being a vegan, your body will start storing fat despite your lack of complex protein. That will happen. That happened to me already, which is why I stopped being a vegan. But I stopped for like a year and a half. So what if just from now on I only have like 2 months where I stop being vegan and so on? So for me, clearly you can see this is about for my personal health benefits, and it's not about a label. It's not about tribalism, judging people that are plant-based or saying, oh, you're going to have health problems because you're plant-based, or me being plant-based saying you're a bad person because you're not. No, that's very juvenile. That's not what I do. I don't do juvenile. I do intelligent. I do pragmatic. I do what's going to work for me. I feel great. But most people will never know the secrets, the glory, the high of physically feeling this great, having plant-based food only, going in my body for 3 days now, and psychologically how great I feel. Most people will never experience that, ultimately in the name of tribalism. Here's this person, here's that person. We're perceived enemies like sports teams. We can't agree, we will never try each other's method. But yet I'm the person in the middle, playing both teams. I get to know what it's like on both sides and experience that. That makes me unique. Your comments are right here.